So it looked like WNBA owners has responded to the WNBA players in regards to this whole
The WNBA just released a statement that changes everything about the lockout drama. According to league owners, they've already offered significant salary increases and uncapped revenue sharing, claims that directly contradict what players have been saying for months. So now the question is unavoidable. Who's lying? Because someone just exposed the entire situation. Caitlin Clark is now caught squarely in the middle of the chaos, and with tensions escalating, the 2026 season is officially hanging by a thread. If the owners are telling the truth, this statement may have just shattered the players' entire narrative. But if they're not, it could be nothing more than a desperate attempt to save face as public pressure mounts. Either way, the truth is about to come out, and when it does, it could permanently change the future of the WNBA.
Jackson, who was the executive director of the WNBPA, which, by the way, you guys, I didn't realize that Terry Jackson is related to Jaren Jackson, who was an NBA player. I just found that out recently. So she's clearly been in the basketball world for a while, but she did an interview with CNBC, and I wanted to share with you guys some of her comments about the state of the current negotiations. She said, "We're a little frustrated with where we are right now, but we are holding to our principles. We're staying open to the fact that these negotiations will continue because they must. We'll be at the table for as long as they take, and we're hopeful that there's enough folks on the team side of things that will start to push these things along." She also said, "It's hard for us to understand why we are so far apart on things that we should be closer to, that should be so easy, but it seems as though at times the league and the team come into the negotiating room with a mentality that pay equity is optional."
Let's break down what just dropped. The WNBA owners have released an official statement in response to the players' strike authorization vote, and it's explosive. According to the owners, they've been offering significant salary increases and a new uncapped revenue-sharing model the whole time. But here's the twist. The players have been saying the exact opposite. They've claimed the league refuses to share revenue and isn't serious about real change. So now, one of two things is true. Either the owners are lying, or the players have been misleading everyone all along. Based on this statement, it's starting to look like the players might have been playing games, and the fallout could reshape the 2026 season entirely.
To see that happen. And I truly hope that just everybody at the table on the player side, again, it affects the players more than it affects the team owners, but on the player side, I hope that they just do realize that this momentum is so great. And the WNBA has offered a pretty high salary increase. And so that's something to take into consideration. I know that they want the equity, they want the revenue split, but I guarantee you, if the WNBA continues on the trajectory that it's on with the momentum that they have, they will be able to get that revenue split eventually. And I do also think it's just going to take more time in the business structure of the WNBA. They're gonna need more time to kick out the private investors that they got in who own that 17% or whatever, or maybe the NBA owns less of the league if they're not having to subsidize and all these things. Those are business situations that are going to take much longer than even a—
Now, let's break it down, because what the owners are saying is shocking. According to them, the players are telling one story to the public while something completely different is happening behind closed doors. If that's true, it's a massive problem. The players have been painting a picture of greedy owners who refuse to share revenue and won't pay fair salaries. But now, the owners are saying, "Hold on, we've been offering exactly what you've been asking for this whole time." So the question is unavoidable. Who's telling the truth?
This was a scary statement to read. It's from the WNBA Players Association. Thursday, December 18th, 2025. The players have spoken through a decisive vote with historic participation. Our membership has authorized the WNBA-PA's executive committee to call a strike when necessary. The players' decision is an unavoidable response to the state of negotiations with the WNBA and its teams. Time and again, the players' thoughtful and reasonable approach has been met by the WNBA and its teams with a resistance to change and a commitment to the draconian provisions that have unfairly restricted players for nearly 3 decades. The players' vote is neither a call for an immediate strike nor an intention to pursue one. Rather, it is an emphatic affirmation of the players' confidence in their leadership and their unwavering solidarity against ongoing efforts to divide.
Now, let's break it down, because what the owners are saying is pretty clear. According to them, the players are telling one story to the public, while something completely different is happening behind closed doors. If that's true, it's a massive problem. The players have been painting a picture of greedy owners who refuse to share revenue and won't pay fair salaries. But now, the owners are saying, "Wait a minute, We've been offering exactly what you've been asking for this whole time. So the big question remains, who's telling the truth?
I don't get that these players are constantly, in my opinion, using language that makes it nearly impossible.
Let's break down the explosive news statement from the WNBA owners. According to them, they've been offering significant salary increases and a new uncapped revenue-sharing model the entire time. Exactly what the players have been demanding. Yet, the players have been telling the public the opposite, that the league refuses to share revenue and won't pay fair salaries. So, the big question is, who's telling the truth? If the owners are right, the players have been misleading everyone, and that could destroy their credibility. And if the players have been exaggerating or lying, negotiations are going to get even harder. Now, let's talk about Caitlin Clark, the face of the league. She's the reason viewership spiked last year, why brands are investing, and why casual fans tuned in. But now she's caught in the middle. If the 2026 season is locked out, that's a year of her prime gone, a year she can't get back, and it's through no fault of her own. Caitlin isn't part of the CBA negotiations, she's just trying to play basketball, yet she could suffer the most. The owners also stress that they remain committed to reaching an agreement quickly and delivering a 30th season for the league. They say they've negotiated in good faith and are focused on a deal that boosts player pay, benefits, and experiences while ensuring long-term growth. That last part is key. They're not just thinking about 2026, they're thinking about the next 10, 20, 30 years. If the league isn't financially sustainable, nobody benefits. Here's the tension. Players want more money now, but the league needs long-term growth to survive. After Caitlin's injury last season, viewership dropped, social engagement fell, and casual fans lost interest. If the league doesn't grow, there's less money to share. Give the players everything they want now, and there may be nothing left to invest in marketing, infrastructure, or expansion. Fans are losing patience too. They're tired of the drama, the uncertainty, and the threat of a lockout. If the season doesn't happen, casual fans won't wait, they'll move on. And while Caitlin could weather a lost season financially, the league cannot. Without her, viewership, sponsorships, and fan engagement all plummet. If the owner's statement is accurate, trust is broken. Negotiations could stall further because one side may feel the other isn't being honest. And if the 2026 season is locked out, it's catastrophic. Players lose paychecks, owners lose revenue, fans lose entertainment, and some teams may not survive financially. The bottom line? This isn't just about money. It's about the future of the WNBA, the fans, and the players, especially Caitlin Clark, who's caught in the middle of a battle she didn't start. The owners say they've been offering exactly what the players want. If that's true, the narrative is flipped. If not, we'll find out soon. Either way, the 2026 season is hanging by a thread, and the fallout will impact the league for years to come.